Hello everyone, let me start with everything is fine. I definitely didn't spend only 1 or 2 months developing the game and then forgot how everything works. But maybe you don't even know that I'm making a game, and just for you, just for you. Project Blank is a VR game, VR puzzle game, something like escape room thing with a story. Now that everyone knows what are we doing here, let me just show you all the new stuff. Just look.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Here's something new. I implemented animations. So if you press the button, it will go back and forward and even play a sound. Of course, these sounds aren't final, but it gives you some feedback. One more new thing are insides of that monitor. Now you can go inside and see those beautiful textures. And what's this, I hear you say? Sticky notes, of course. Yeah, this is basically just interactable like those posters on walls, but it will be more important than those posters. It will serve as a visual clue for a player, so if they're lost in a puzzle, this might help. It's just a text on a plane basically, so we can write anything we want and player can interact with it. The same goes for clipboards, but their models aren't just there yet. Another new thing are these clocks. I had a little trouble with these, but now it works. You just get a card, slap it onto here, and clock are now counting down. Now onto the generator. It is kinda common knowledge that generators need gas, but up until this point there was no to be found. But now we have a functional jerry can. I kinda borrowed the solution from this guy, thank you by the way. Basically now everything works, including filling up the generator. I rewrote his solution a little bit, and only thing I have to do now is adding new particles, because this is just a line renderer. And also I have to add some way to actually turn on a generator, because what it does now is pure nothing. Moving on to the next new thing, which is object highlighting. And to be completely honest, I'm not really sure about this one. I think this is too much, not in a way that colors are of course wrong. It might be more like barely noticeable. I'm not sure if highlighting the whole object is the way. Maybe I could use something like a Boneworks approach to this, where you basically have a dot on an object when it's interactable and you can grab it. I think it's more subtle, to be honest, and more suitable for my game. I'll come back to this later for sure. Now on to smaller things I did in level. For example, this clock. It is now fully functional, arrow doesn't go anywhere, but it's ticking, so it will remind you time doesn't go anywhere. So do you. Until you solve this level. Another new gameplay essential thing are smoke grenades. Yes, you heard me right. Smoke grenades. From the code side, they are fully functional, but they don't look like much. In the future I'll make new model, textures and of course smoke particles. Now I want to talk about the level I showed in previous devlog, the new Mars level. I thought I would be able to complete the basic stuff by now, but I don't really have anything. Like, it's imported in Unity, it has the right scale, the stuff is there, but the functionality isn't. Although this doesn't mean I didn't think about the puzzles in a room. Right now I think there's about 10 puzzles in a room. It really boils down to what you count as a puzzle, but there's 10 of them. And last but not least, concepts. At this stage of development, I know what levels I do want to have in a game, but they are not fully thought out yet, so there is not much to talk about. But what I can do, I can count them and show you some names. Wait a minute. So there are exactly 12 playable levels. Names are on a screen. But as I mentioned, only 4 or 5 are in a concept stage. I have some drawings on a paper, but nothing else. And this is the only render I did this month. It's a story level. It's not on the list I showed you because it is more story driven. There's not a lot of puzzles, like only I think 2 puzzles. I don't want to spoil anything, so I just zip it. Sorry, as I was saying, end the video. If you like this one, there's a chance you might like the previous devlog where I textured a bunch of assets.